Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday at 2. We have some great news for you. So today we're going to hear from a little bit of a new segment. We're excited to share that. We hope you're ready. Are you ready, Ashley?
I'm ready, Jessica.
So you have some fun stuff to share with us today?
I do. We have a lot going on.
All right. We're excited to hear it.
Great. So this week we're going to be continuing our mental health webinar series. This Thursday, we're having a session called The New Normal. A lot of us have been struggling during COVID. Things just haven't been going the way we expected. We had to change expectations. Maybe there are things we've missed out on, weddings, graduation parties, things we've been looking forward to. So we're going to be joined by Ginny Williams. She's the Chief Clinical Officer at the Family Resource Center. She's going to be talking about grief and loss, how we process the emotional responses to grief and loss. And this is a great webinar, not only for clinicians learning some skills to work with their clients or patients, but also the general community. That webinar is going to be again this Thursday, that's July 23rd, from 1 to 2:30. That time's a little different than our other ones. So remember 1 to 2:30. I'll include the link to register in the comment section of this video. I also this week wanted to remind everyone about our support groups. Our support groups are online and are open and welcome to anyone who fits within the goal of the group. So our groups are broken into peer groups for individuals living with mental health conditions and then family members. We also have one combined group. So let me just review our schedule. On Mondays and Fridays, we have something we just call our check-in. It's brief, it's not a formal support group, but just somewhere you can come and chat with others and check in with how your week's been going. That's Mondays and Fridays from 1 to 2 o'clock. On Wednesdays, every week, we have our connection support group. This is for folks living with a mental health condition from 12 to 1:30 p.m. Tuesdays, we have our parent caregiver group. This is for anyone that cares for kiddos or young people who are living with a mental health condition. Those are Tuesdays from 6 to 7:30, and they're the second and fourth of the month. Wednesdays, we have our family support group for family members or loved ones with a person in their life living with a mental health condition. Those also are from 6 to 7:30 and also on the second and fourth of the month. Lastly, we have our peer and family support group. I mentioned that's our combined support group. And again, it's second and fourth of the month, and this on Thursdays, also 6 to 7:30. So essentially we have our evening groups from 6 to 7:30, and then our daytime groups are connections as well as our check-in. If you want more information about any of our support groups or other programs, please make sure to visit our website and follow us on social media. That is what is going on, upcoming events.
Thank you, Ashley. We have a lot going on. So I'm really looking forward to Ginny's presentation. We've had a lot of change and loss in the last few months. Are you looking forward to that?
I really am. I think she's going to have some helpful tools.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you, Ashley.
Bye.
And just as a reminder, check out our website, social media, follow us so you'll get all those different details. So for our new segment, we're going to share mental health in the news. So Lauren is going to share some information for us now on some different topics of what's going on in the news when it comes to mental health. Take it away, Lauren.
All right, thanks, Jessica. I just want to inform everyone locally that NAMI Wood County was just recently awarded a $25,000 faith-based grant that'll be used to provide mental health first aid to the community. So that's a wonderful thing. And then on the national level, we want to celebrate that in May of this year, the U.S. Senate approved a number, it's 988, as the new mental health hotline. And this decision was made in an effort to combat rising suicide rates, and it will be implemented nationwide starting July 2022. So that's also a great thing that's going on. Doesn't it sound like we've got a lot going on, Jessica? A lot of good news?
It really does. Thank you, Lauren. It's going to be nice to have a 3-digit number for mental health crisis, don't you think?
Absolutely. Much easier to remember.
Absolutely. Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, Jessica.
So Courtney today is going to share a bit for us about what does NAMI mean to you. So Courtney, what does NAMI mean to you?
All right. Well, Jessica, NAMI County has been a place where I've grown as a person and gained even more knowledge about mental health. Being able to help community members in their journey to recovery through my role has taught me the positive impact that this organization can have for those struggling with mental illness and their family members. NAMI was here for me, and NAMI is here for you too.
That's nice. Thank you, Courtney. So in our next segment, we are still sharing information on minorities as we are still in Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. Bree, where'd you go? There you are. Bree, do you have some fun facts for us today?
I do. I'm really excited to share with you guys.
Good. Take it away.
So, like Jessica said, we are going to be continuing on with our conversation surrounding Minority Mental Health Month. Today, we are going to talk about mental health within the Hispanic and Latinx community. Because cultural identity is a construct shared by groups, recent immigrants may identify by their country of origin instead of as Hispanic or Latinx. Additionally, since the Spanish language is typically gendered, the term Latinx is used to eliminate a binary choice, male versus female, that is limiting and excluding to trans individuals and others who identify as fluid or non-binary. So you will hear me use the term Latinx to reference these communities so that we can be a little bit more inclusive during this conversation. In the context of health and mental health, it is important to understand these differences and even how community members self-identify. For example, using the term Latinx versus Latino and Latina, and or preferring to identify as Hispanic. Those who identify as Latinx may consider themselves of Latin American ancestry, being Central America, South America, or the Caribbean. Those who identify as Hispanic may be proudly referring to ancestors from Spain or other Spanish-speaking countries. Did you know approximately 33% of Hispanic or Latinx adults with mental illness receive treatment each year compared to the US average of 43%? According to the Kaiser Family Foundation in 2018, 19% of Hispanic people had no form of health insurance. This creates quite a barrier when trying to receive care because that significantly limits the places you're able to get service from. Did you know cultural differences may lead to doctors misdiagnosing those from the Latinx and Hispanic community? This becomes sort of a conversation surrounding cultural competency and making sure you're asking questions to your mental health care provider or your physicians regarding what kind of understanding they have about where you're coming from as a member of this community, especially when it comes to how you're going to describe the things that you're feeling in terms of how they make sense to you. Many people in the Latinx and Hispanic community tend to be very private and often do not want to talk in public about challenges at home. This is a not airing your dirty laundry in public kind of situation. This can lead to a lack of information within the community about mental health, as it can be viewed as taboo to talk about mental illness and further perpetuates the stigma within this community. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Bree. I really appreciate you talking today about the Hispanic Latinx community. Those were some interesting facts you shared.
Absolutely.
So next we have, last but not least, Shari sharing again in the self-care corner. Shari, do you have some fun self-care facts for us today? You're muted, so you're going to have to start all over.
Sorry. Today we're going to talk about routines. So the more we take care of ourselves, the better we feel physically and mentally. So let's talk about some routines. One of the best things we can do for ourselves is set up a couple different routines. Not every day may look the same. So it is important to have different routines for different schedules. Make a list of all the important things that need to be done for yourself each day. Then put them into a schedule to do either in the morning or evening. Pretty soon, they will become natural to do, and your anxiety will be reduced and your mood will improve. An important part of everybody's day is sleep. Putting yourself on a good sleep schedule by going to bed and waking up at the same time every day will help you obtain good night's sleep. Remember, we are born with only one body and one mind. It is up to us to take care of them. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing today. So don't forget to check out our website, our social media accounts, and follow us so you can know what's coming up and some of this good stuff. Thanks for watching today's Tuesday at 2. We hope to hear from you soon. We hope you have a great Tuesday and great rest of your week. Bye.
Bye.